call, Roxanne Tufts-Keegan here,
Trace Donovan Lavalette here.
Michael Green here.
Tim Kerman here.
and Scott is excused. He had some other things going on. What, we're gonna go to what?
The announcement.
Something non-public.
That's
Oh, yes. So we are happy to announce that we are going to be extending an offer to Wanda Rawlinson for the deputy town clerk tax collector. And hopefully she'll be starting soon, tomorrow maybe, and we'll have somebody else in there.
very
Okay.
good.
So I am going to ask if, we're going to try, if you'd like to speak, to come up to the mic, because people at home on the computer or on the video can't hear very well unless you're in front of a microphone. That's your choice. I can't make you do it, but so we welcome her, so that's good news. The next item is non-public.
Sealing the minutes.
Sealing the minutes, yep. So the first one is the non-pub per RSA 91A dash A colon 3, Roman numeral 2A.
So the A and the 2 C's are the ones that you should be sealing.
Okay, yep. So I'll make a motion that we seal the first one, then 91A dash 3 colon 3, 91 dash A colon 3, Roman numeral 2A, for 5 years. Have a second?
Second.
Tracy said. And then roll call.
You have to roll call.
Yeah, Roxanne, yes. Tracy, yes.
Mike, yes.
Timothy, yes.
So you're all good with that. The next one we're not sealing,
Right.
so make a motion to non-seal.
You don't have to make
Okay,
anything.
all right. So number 3, the non-public session per RSA 91-A colon 3, Roman numeral 2C. Make a motion to seal that for 5 years.
I'll second.
Roxanne, yes.
Tracy, yes.
Mike, yes.
Tim, yes.
And then the last one, the non-public session per RSA 91-A colon 3, Roman numeral 2, lowercase c. I'll make a motion to seal those for 5 years.
I'll second.
Roxanne, yes.
Tracy, yes.
Mike, yes.
Tim, yes.
Whew.
Thank you.
Thanks. And the next item is the approval of minutes from 7:24. Has everybody had a chance to read them?
Yes.
And so I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
So Tim's making the motion. Somebody want to second that?
I'll second.
Mike.
Okay.
And all those in favor?
Aye.
So now, signature action item, the DMV appointment letter.
Yep, this is for Wanda. I believe Teresa has to submit that when she registers her for the,
Okay. So we'll
we're just prepared.
head of the game. The timber tax warrant, map 12, lot 2-33.
Yep, this is for Mary Beth Smith on Buttermilk, $259.79. There's 2 pages to sign, please.
So that's the result of her timber cut
From last year.
Okay,
Yeah.
and that's what she owes, okay. And then the other item is the intent to cut map 17, lot 6.
Yep, and that is Marcia Stevens on Ridge Road.
Yep.
Oh, dear.
So as they're signing that, we can go on to the old business. Pick up closed legal files from Mitchell Group. One of the BOS is going to pick up, the files are over so many years old, so they're looking to get rid of them, and they asked us if we wanted them to discard them, if we wanted to go pick them up. We chose to pick them up. One of us will be picking them up, I think, on August 25th.
Yep, between 2 and 4, and that's in Laconia.
Looks like the first employee luncheon is gonna be scheduled for August 15th.
Tuesday, yep,
Tuesday.
and I've already emailed the department heads,
Okay.
and I just want to know which one of you are attending.
It won't be me, I won't be here.
Okay.
What day is it
What
again?
time?
It's Tuesday
Tuesday.
at noon.
I'm gonna be able.
So put
Tracy?
Tentatively Tracy, yeah. And that was that sent out to,
The fire chief, the police
Okay.
chief, the highway department, and then Robin.
okay. Next item is the sale of the Verizon phones that were used.
Yeah, so I had two requests, Tim. I wanted to know if any of the used phones were being sold or if we were using them all.
Right now, we're currently using 4 of them. I'd have to look at the other ones to go from there. So
Okay,
I can let you know at the next meeting.
okay, thank you.
Absolutely.
The next item is the ATV use. So I've looked into this, and it is up to the Board of Selectmen's discretion to open up trails or open up Class 6 roads here in town. At this point, I would make not recommend opening those trails, opening up the trail. I know you're specifically, Dan, looking for the trail up on the Jesse Mountain. And then it was a comment about Class 6 roads. Right now, that would be my recommendation, is not to open that up. But I'll open it up for discussion for anybody down here on the board as to your input for ATV use.
Is there any, what is it, the trust, the land that was just rode on by a Middleton resident or several is there?
Southeast
Yeah,
Trust.
that they went through the gates, I guess, did some damage to gates. Can any of that come back? Is the town liable for that damage if we open up the trails?
I would think potentially, I don't know. So that's why I'm just right now, I wouldn't recommend opening a pump until, I mean, I could say more information, but not necessarily more information, but, more, I guess, support as to what, I mean, if we're gonna open them up, then they need to be maintained, or somebody needs to be kind of policing that, and, right now, that would be like Fish and Game, kind of, because, and,
So I have a friend that works with Fish and Game, and I can ask him these questions, and maybe if you want, I can see,
Yeah.
whose property is it? Is it yours or the
so no,
town's?
it's town property.
Okay.
That was the question, is opening it.
I've had a lot of people ask if they open that door, but that was the original intent, was to let someone do, people on bicycles, horses, and ATVs.
Yep.
Right. But you were specifically, though, asking about ATV.
Correct, it's open to everything else but ATV.
Right.
Yep.
So, right now, I would just recommend no.
Yeah.
Especially given what has just happened with,
Right. Up on-
what was it there? But yes, if you want to reach out and speak to the
Yeah.
Fish Game, that would be great, so.
If you want, maybe I can have him come here in a couple of weeks or
Sure.
something, have him just go over everything for you.
Yeah, that would be good.
So,
Yeah.
We'll table that?
Yeah.
And
Yes. Yeah. Sure, we could. So Mike, you'll go ahead and get that scheduled for an upcoming meeting, probably like the end of August,
Yeah.
August 20, that would probably be good, yeah.
I can also email Stephen Buckley about the liability question that Tracy had. If
Oh,
we
yeah.
open Class 6 roads to ATVs, what is the town's liability?
Yeah, no, that would be good. The next item is the Kearsarge Energy payment in lieu of taxes for potential solar farm. I know, Carol, you and Robin were reaching out to.
Yeah, so I talked to Chad,
from
and I gave
Avatar.
him, from Avatar, and I gave him the information that was provided to us, and I would ask that, can we revisit this next week? Because he gave me some answers, and I don't have them. in
Oh,
front of me.
okay, yeah, so it can be tabled, so.
Yeah, wait till next week, so I can make sure I give you the right
Yeah.
figures.
Yeah.
But basically,
So-
it was to see what the property taxes would be
Yeah.
versus what they're offering to give us
So
with
if you
the
have
pilot
that,
agreement.
you can email that to the board.
Yeah, I'll put it
Yeah.
all together in a packet for you and email it to you.
The next item is ARPA balance.
Can you just pass one of those down?
Oh, yeah.
A couple weeks ago, you guys asked me for the breakdown on the ARPA money. So this is it. We have $36,854.04 that has not been appropriated for something. Okay, so this is taking into account the new HVAC, the Barron Brothers for the culverts, the new firewall, the new network rack, and then the $86,000 that was paid to the employees.
Right.
So that's what we have left to work with, 36,854.
And we have had 5 companies come in to give us bids on floor, so we're waiting for those bids to come in and see where that leaves us.
Yep.
Dan?
Was there anything decided on the employees that were, that didn't?
No, that has not been true.
I did a preliminary report to see at the time of the disbursement how many hours they had clocked. Because sometimes some fire department employees have, no hours for several weeks and stuff. But the board hasn't asked me to go any further with it.
I don't think that, for me, that would not matter because
They
you
did,
have to go through everybody. It wasn't done in that manner, so.
they did prorate Lester's. Lester, our maintenance.
Was he the
man.
only one, though?
He was
Yeah,
the only
he's
one they
only one.
prorated. They didn't do it very equitably. Because he works more hours than some of the firefighters that got a full one.
Teresa?
I just wanted to let the board know, I don't have any official paperwork from anyone, but the AccuBuilt machines, they are doing away at the end of '24. So we're going to have to take that consideration for the budget because from what I was told, they are anywhere from, there's 4 different ones that they're choosing from. They have not chosen any yet that I am aware of. But it's going to be anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000 up to $7,000. So we'll need to purchase those to have those ready for voting for 2025. So just so that we can keep that in mind for when you get the flooring estimates or whatever.
Yeah, and we can keep that in consideration for a warrant article as well, so.
Oh, from the under.
Yeah. And so that, we don't have to go to that new voting machine until 2025?
Yeah, so
Okay.
by the end of '24.
Right,
we'll
no,
have to
right.
Purchase something.
Okay. That's good, because I was thinking it had to be next year, by the end of next year. New business, highway block grant.
We just got our amount for the 24-25 year because, so July 23, we just got the 18,429. We'll get that again in October. And then January and April, we'll get 12 something, totaling 61,430. So that's our new block grant,
Okay.
61,430.
All right. And the next on the agenda is the swearing in the new police officer.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Oh, sorry. Yep. No, ATVs are kind of handled separately than, because I think most normal trails, and I don't say normal, but are usually open to horseback, bicycling, and then in the wintertime, walking, and then in the wintertime, typically those end up being like snowmobile trails. ATVs are always kind of handled differently. Correct me if I'm wrong, John? ATVs are always handled different than
Snowmobile.
snowmobiles.
Yes.
They're considered two different.
ATVs, four-wheelers are different than dirt bikes that are different than snowmobiles.
So I do know on that question there, on the ATV and the snowmobile and land of butters, that's why you don't see a lot of ATV trails around here, is because they do a lot of damage. So people will open up their private property to snowmobiles and not allow ATVs to be out there. Vice versa. There are different ATV clubs that will not allow snowmobiles, one up in New Durham as well. And the only reason I know that is because I snowmobile and I know the rules up there. But with that trail up there, to get more clarification, you would probably need someone from Fish and Game. Chief Cooper could probably answer that as well, but, it's with it being a Class 6 and
Well, it's not even Class 6, it's just a trail.
a trail.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just a trail. That's all that is a trail. It was like two questions. One was trails and then the other was Class 6 roads.
Okay.
So are we good? All right, so we want to swear in our new officer. Come right up to the front here, John. Oh, you're gonna have to be on camera.
The chief, you gonna say something?
Oh, yeah, so, Chief, you want to say something? I don't know, you were careful.
Sure.
Yeah, usually that's,
Just to let the town know, the board has agreed to assist in hiring Sergeant John Swift to return to the Middleton Police Department. We're happy to have him back. He has a lot of experience and training and know-how in the town here, so, you know, it's gonna be a welcome home to the town.
Okay, good, so, we're ready. Excuse me if I screw this up. So, repeat after me, John. I state your name.
I, Jonathan Smith,
Do solemnly swear and sincerely swear
do solemnly swear and sincerely swear
and affirm that I will bear faith and true allegiance.
and bear faith that I will,
And affirm that I will bear
and affirm that I will bear
faith and true allegiance
faith and true allegiance
to the United States of America
to the United States of America,
and to the state of New Hampshire,
to the state of New Hampshire,
and will support the Constitution
and will support the Constitution
thereof, so help me God.
thereof, so help me God.
So I state your name.
I, Jonathan Swift,
Do solemnly swear and sincerely swear
do solemnly and sincerely swear
and affirm that I will faithfully
and affirm that I will faithfully
and impartially discharge
and impartially discharge
and perform all duties
and perform all duties
incumbent upon me as police officer
incumbent upon me as police officer
for the term of,
I don't think there is a term.
I think that's it. We're good.
Okay, thank you very much.
Congratulations. Okay, so with that, I'll open it up to comments, questions. John?
Okay,
Okay.
quick comment on the Kearsarge energy issue.
Yep,
I would recommend that the board seriously look at some help in working through that.
Yeah.
I've been talking to some people lately who have been involved with these type of things, and it can get very complicated, and you want to make sure that you understand what that type of company is proposing. Not saying that you don't. I would just highly recommend that you seek some help.
yeah, so and part of that is we're doing some research with Avatar and getting some information from there, and I think based off of what we get there, we will, come up with a firmer game plan.
Okay, because what I had a discussion with a local town planner that's around in this area, and he just cautioned to understand what the proposals they are making and how that affects not just only the assessment, but what the long ramifications are concerned in terms of the fiduciary. The planning board thing is another issue, so.
Right.
And that's all I have to say.
No, okay, no,
Thank
good,
you.
good recommendation. Any other comments, questions? Dan?
Have we heard anything about the lady that used to live in town, Haiti, any more information on her? I heard nothing on the news. Have you heard anything?
No, so,
Okay, now,
Alex, right, so, I don't know if you know anything, Chief, but as far as I know, she grew up here, she did not go to school, she did not go to the local school, she went to, I believe, St. Thomas, and she's fairly young, so, yeah, hopefully wish her the best, I don't know. It's-
I looked online today, there's been no update.
No, there hasn't
As
been.
to the end of
I haven't heard anything either, so fingers crossed I'm happy, some kind of talk about it.
Anything else?
I just had one that Bonnie had a question last week, I believe, and I think I talked to Chief about it, about the 25th, the Touch a Truck Night,
I think that's 24.
the
No,
24th, that I think Officer Volpe had been asked to possibly change his hours to accommodate that. So I just wanted to get back to Bonnie's question, if that was going to be able to happen, if we were going to be able to, the speed trap sign put down in front of the school saying that there was a function going on.
Yeah, Katie would like to help out with that event, so, whatever.
Okay.
We're happy to help.
Okay.
Oh, yep, sorry.
I know that Scott's not here, but
No. So,
That's what I was just
What?
gonna say.
so Scott did speak with the Stratford County Attorney Conway, and he stated that at this time, they didn't have proof beyond a reasonable doubt of the situation. But we are requesting the case file from Stratford County, because Middleton, the town, is listed as an interested party, so we will be getting that case file.
Thank you.
Yep. Anything else? Comments, questions, concerns? Well, thanks, everybody, for coming out. I'll make a motion.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
John.
wait, can somebody make a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a
make-
motion to adjourn at 6:52.
Mike, you want a second?
I'll second.
All those favor? Aye.